What up? What up? Happen to be recording this on Christmas before I start making my runs. But I saw this yesterday because it was shared yesterday by The Witcher Netflix and their own account. Now keep in mind, this is on the heels of this that we went over. I'm gonna show this to you right now. We went over this on Friday Night Tights again this past Friday, okay? And we talked about it. I think we went through the entire article. But just keep this in mind, right? Hollywood outlook for 2023 looking extremely bumpy. They go through all these different things, streaming, the reality check of it all, and all these different outlooks, and basically saying, well, they're trying to avoid saying that they are extremely screwed, right? And they've done themselves in. But a lot of it's a content problem. That's the part that a lot of the article doesn't go through, because really they would never admit fault. That maybe some of their content has also to do with the fact that they're driving people away from Hollywood. You can go read this article. It's on the Variety if you want. But we're going to look at this here in a bit. This Witcher video, right? Where this was a tweet. Okay, the cast gives 10 reasons why you should watch Witcher Blood Origin. Okay, so this is the whole selling thing, 10 reasons that you should watch it. The cast themselves are going to give you the reasons as to why you should watch it. So let's listen in on what the actual snaps, that Friday Night Tights video is still playing. Hold on just a second. All right, so let's listen in. My dog's yelling, but let's listen in on what they had to say.
I can give you 1,000. The cast are insane.
The action is fierce.
It's got Michelle Yeoh, who is, you already know that, but she's just incredible.
It's set 1,000 years before The Witcher.
It explores part of the lore of The Witcher that hasn't been explored before.
There are monsters like we've never seen before.
It has the first kiss between two men in the show.
So it didn't take long for me to realize that this is a terrible idea, obviously, for them. And you would think that they would have recorded and been like, all right, yeah, this probably isn't a promotional item that we're going to do. But they don't get it. Hollywood is completely oblivious. The cast, the actors, they're completely oblivious to what people actually want and what people are interested in. For some bizarre reason, they are so all in on this social weirdness, let's say that has to be the driving force for everything it is they do, even though really it's been a lot of proven cases where nobody cares about that, or rather it's such a small demographic of people that would care about that there's no way they're going to carry your viewership. You're not going to get so many subscribers, which Netflix, we've covered the struggles of Netflix for the first time in a decade or something like that. They have actually lost subscribers. They missed all their goals, losing money left to the right, and they still don't understand it. They still don't understand it because, again, keep in mind, their social media team, Witcher Netflix social media team, were the ones that shared this. So as they go on about, why on earth would I care about this? Why would anybody, for that matter, care? Oh, that's not. So has the first kiss between dudes. Why on earth would that be a driving point for anything? Because you think about it. For an actual, this whole action kind of series, well, I thought it was supposed to be based on kind of that when you consider the books and the games and all that of The Witcher. Why on earth would that be what sells me on it? Okay? They don't do that with straight stuff, like it's an action film or something, or action, they're doing some depiction, Lord of the Rings, right? And you could imagine them coming out and them saying, hey, it has the first kiss between two dudes. Okay, congrats. Who cares?
Okay.
The costumes are divine. The makeup, the hair. Bon appetit.
There's a deaf sign language using character.
It's a show that's...
It's okay. You can't, remember, they're naming this as their top 10 things. This is what these casts gave as their top 10 things as to why you should watch it. The cast is sitting here naming off stuff that is based and sitting around what types of people are in it. Someone uses sign language. That's not going to sell me on Jack. y'all Herbie and did or whatever stuff that they're mentioning.
Made with so much love, and that's really fun.
That's not gonna sell anybody on this. So this is the best that they could do. So maybe sometimes it's both, right? It's the cast believes it's one thing. The actual showrunners and promotional team, staff, marketing team, they believed in this. And nobody, between all those channels being passed through, nobody said, yeah, this is a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible idea. So despite it having 1.8 billion views, it looks like it only has 2,100 likes. It's funny, when they, and I'm looking at it right now, when Elon and them announced that they were going to do this whole public viewership thing of like the actual tweet, it's funny, everybody, for the most part, not everybody, but a lot of people are like, I don't like this. But then you start to see more useful, see it be more useful stuff like this, because it's like, okay, you're seeing how many people actually, this went on their feed and they were just like, you know, I want to press play on it, or they were like, yeah, no. So 440,000 views on it, has 2,000 likes. It's being quote tweeted. That's dead on arrival. We know, we've covered the whole Cavill thing, him leaving. There's been these these reports or alluding to that, you know, a lot of what got in the way of him being there was he didn't like, he tried to keep it to the source material as close to possible, considering he's only one person, and this is a show done with several other people and minds that are clashing. You know, he was trying to give his best Witcher as closest to the source material within that context of what it is that they were trying to do. I can imagine that being a little bit of a conflict, but we covered all that. We covered every bit of the actual conflict, and the reality is this: it's dead on arrival. Whatever, Witcher Blood Origins, dead on arrival. But it speaks to the fact that Hollywood also has no idea what they're doing. No idea. I'm not interested in them being saved. I don't care for that. I do think that in the new age of entertainment, they will become obsolete in some ways. I mean, you got money. So whenever you got capital, you can always have a leg up on anybody that's competing with you. But that mystique is gone. The whole the appeal of the theaters and going to see these weirdos is gone, and they're gonna have a difficult time trying to recover and get back to that form. I don't think they ever will. I think cinema or film, in terms of it being produced in a movie-going experience, box office, kind of the same thing with streaming. Get people subscribing just to go see this. I think those days are gone. And they're trying their damnedest to incentivize people to not go by telling me that there's deaf and gay people in their show, as if that's going to make me want to watch it. Weirdos, bro.